What it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you don't love the content, you can still do those things. You know why? Because you could always help a brother out, because a brother would definitely help you out. Make sure that you hit me up in the comment section. Let's have a conversation, because ball is life. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our glorious content. And lastly, make sure you hang on towards the end of this video, because there'll be some other suggested videos that we know you will love. With that said, let's jump right into this, man. Jeff Teague is acting like a wild orangutan on a mongoose resort. I don't know what the heck this guy is talking about, man. I don't know what this guy's talking about. What's that video with the honey badger, and the honey badger don't give a dang about nothing? Like that must be what type of energy he's on, because he has no idea what he's talking about. And here's the sad thing, man. I actually like Jeff Teague. I like his podcast. Him and his boys are funny to me. I like listening to his stories. He's funny. He is funny. I'm definitely going to say he's funny. And I think there's a realness to Jeff Teague that I appreciate. You know what I mean? I think he's fairly down to earth for somebody that's obviously got money. He's been an all-star in the NBA one time, mind you, but has the nerve to speak on Kobe, who lived in the all-star game. But, you know, overall, I really have liked Jeff Teague. I like his podcast. I think he's cool, man. But I don't understand this Kobe Bryant slander, man. I don't get it. And I don't like saying hate, because I feel like a lot of dudes say hate. They always want to say hate, right? But to me, hate is when you have no facts and you're clearly just coming for somebody's neck. Truth is not hate. What Jeff Teague is doing, in all honesty, this is hate. There's nothing to back this up. There's nothing to support it. It just sounds stupid. I'm sorry, it sounds stupid. I don't think he's stupid. I hope he's not stupid. But you sound stupid, bro. You sound stupid. And let me tell you why you sound stupid. This guy came out and had the nerve to say Kobe Bryant was not a great defender. Kobe Bryant is arguably the best shooting guard defender of all time. I would argue it. I would go toe-to-toe with anybody on that. Anybody. But you come out of your mouth, Jeff Teague. You come right out of your butt and you say Kobe was not a great defender. What type of chiba are you smoking, my guy? Why are you doing drugs? Why didn't you listen to your DARE officer back in middle school or elementary school, when everybody used to like the police? What are you on? You're acting crazy. You're acting like a wild honey badger who has no idea what they're doing, who's friend, who's foe. Everybody's gonna get it until you finally meet your match and get knocked out. Now, I'm not saying I want him to get knocked out, so I don't mean that. But what I'm saying is, if I call you a wild honey badger, they don't stop doing stupid stuff until somebody puts them out of their misery. Now, I'm not saying again that I want him out of his misery. I like his pod overall. I think he's a cool, down-to-earth dude overall. But this is stupid. You're hating on Kobe for no reason. Just for no reason whatsoever. So let's listen to what he had to say, and just listen to how dumb this sounds.
Let's just leave it at that. And I'm gonna tell y'all something about all defensive teams. They just put anybody on them. Like, if you made it once or twice, 3 times, they just start putting you on them. Like 12 times all defensive team. I played Kobe, bro. He wasn't guarding like that. Yeah. Maybe the first 4 or 5 he was. After that, bro, he wasn't guarding like that, bro. Nah, go look. Paul Pierce and them used to cook. Joe Johnson used to cook.
The thing about the NBA is, bro, you're gonna get cooked, bro.
But I'm saying, to be all defensive team, you know it's people.
Do something in them stats to get that many goddamn all defensive teams.
Nah, bro, people used to just randomly say that, like, cause it's a persona. Like, the first couple times he made it, like, he lock up. And then it just became a thing, like Kobe Bryant played defense. Tony Allen and them dudes played defense. I'm saying, so you think Kobe Bryant, who's shooting 40 shots, is going out here and playing?
It was crunch time, Joe.
He's competitive for sure. He was competitive, but that don't mean he was locking up. That's why they had Metal World Peace.
So I've never wanted to tell somebody to shut the heck up so much in my life. And Jeff Teague, again, I actually like your podcast, but you sound so stupid, man. You sound stupid. I'm sorry. I got to just call it like it is. You sound stupid. Kobe Bryant wasn't locking people up. You said for the first 4 or 5 years, Kobe was playing defense, and that's it. You sound mad dumb. Here's the problem with that to start with. Kobe didn't even really play the first 3 years, dummy. What are you talking about, man? Y'all just talking out of your behinds, and I'm sick and tired of people doing that, man. I'm sick and tired of it. When I be talking to people and debating with them and having conversations with them, even in like basketball chats and stuff like that, online forums, the same idiots be saying stuff like this. He didn't play defense for 4 or 5 years. My man wasn't even really on the floor the first 3 years. Y'all sound dumb. You sound like clowns. He wasn't on the floor. If he wasn't on the floor, how the heck was he going to play defense? That's not when he started making all the first team defensive teams. Y'all sound dumb as heck, man. He got respect from people like Allen Iverson, who he had to play in the finals. Talking about Kobe was a competitor. He gave me everything he could. But yet you clowns want to sit up here and say dumb stuff like he didn't play defense. But Allen Iverson said he played defense. T-Mac said he played defense. Paul Pierce said he played defense. Melo has said, yeah, Kobe comes in, plays defense. There's another video that I did on here with Kobe on the Olympic team. Coach K, Colangelo, and Scott Pulowski, or whatever that guy's name is. I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect him, but I just don't remember his name. He doesn't deserve the shade. Was like, yo, Kobe didn't even shoot the first day of practice. He just played defense. That was it. And you all of a sudden feel like Kobe never played defense. It's dumb, man. It's clown behavior. This guy said randomly Kobe just, they just say he's a great defender because he locked up once or twice and he became great. You sound dumb, man. Why would anybody just give somebody a great defender title off of 1 or 2 times playing defense? They didn't even like Kobe Bryant. They didn't even like him. That's why they hated him out of all these MVPs. That's why they always try to leave him out of the greatest player of all time conversation when wasn't nobody better than him. But to Jeff Teague, even though they hated him, they decided to give him all these first team all defensive awards. Yeah, man. Yeah. Then, of course, he took a lot. He just took 40 shots. Oh my gosh, man. These people. Maybe because he was better than you, Jeff Teague, and you were only allowed to take 2 shots because your daddy, Joe Johnson, and your other father, Joe Smith, told you what to do and walked you around on a leash. How about that? Maybe that's what was happening to you. And again, I actually like this dude, but I'm sorry. You're being mad disrespectful, man. And he's dead. That's the worst part about it. He can't defend himself anymore. So who's going to come out and defend him? Vanessa? One of his daughters? Because you want to be an idiot? So nah, bro. You know what? I extend the disrespect right back at you. And I think most of us will at this point. Because you just sound mad crazy, man. And it's sad. I don't even like doing the name calling, but I'm sorry. You don't deserve nothing better than that. Not only are you talking out of your behind, but you're lying. All for what? So you can be a LeBron James goblin? Is that why? So you can jump on board with the LeBron James crew? So you can get in his good graces, kiss his butt, get on your knees for him? And when I say that, I mean like bow down. So let's not take it to a sexual place for some of y'all. I don't mean like that. I'm not going down that route. When I say get on your knees, I mean bow down like he's an idol, like he's your God. Because that's what it seems like Jeff Teague is doing this for. So you can praise up LeBron James. And you know what's funny about LeBron James? You said he doesn't, Kobe takes 40 shots. Kobe plays to win. He played to win. If that took 70 shots, that's what he was going to do. Meanwhile, your boy LeBron is like you. Cowardly when it matters most. You like to pass the ball to Joe Johnson. And Joe Smith, who can't really even shoot like that. No offense, Joe Smith. I actually like you. But Jeff Teague, you pass it to a guy you shoot better than, I hope, as a point guard. And I actually, you know what? I messed that up because I said Joe Smith. I meant Josh Smith. And again, no disrespect to Josh Smith. But he was never a shooter. Respect to my left-handed people because I'm left-handed as well. Because you are a coward. On the court, sir. Not in real life. I'm not saying you're a coward overall. But what was you trying to do? All your stories that are funny as heck, mind you, is talking about you being cowardly. Not stepping up to the plate. Oh, Derrick Rose out there. Let me get out the way. Oh, I see Kyrie. Let me get out the way. And with that said, somebody roll the footage. While you were running from Kyrie Irving, Kobe Bryant was blocking his shot. And no disrespect, Kyrie, I love you, brother. I love you. However, I need to prove a point to Mr. Teague over here about how ridiculous he sounds when you coward-like on defense, running from dudes, and Kobe pulled his shorts up. You see this picture? You see this picture? Anybody that got their shorts hiked up with their jersey in their mouth, ready to play some defense, is a defender, bruh. That's a defender. You wouldn't know nothing about that. Wouldn't know nothing about that. Roll the footage. In fact, I'm going to play all of them. I'm going to do a montage. So we're going to play, you're going to see, and it doesn't matter the order. You'll see it how you see it. You're going to see Kobe blocking Kyrie. You're going to see Kobe blocking Michael Jordan, the great one himself. You're going to see Kobe blocking LeBron James, the fraud one himself. You're going to see him lock up D. Wade, the other guy that was talking smack a few weeks ago. Now, Mike, I got respect for you. Kyrie, I got respect for you. Put the other two, and I still like Wade to an extent when we're talking about basketball. I always got to add that with him. I'm not talking about the outside stuff. Basketball. Roll the footage.
Kobe Bryant is one of the best defensive players in the league also. So don't get baited into something like this, because if a young man can play... Just over 3 to go. Number 4. How about Wade versus LeBron? That's all I would want. Yeah. Just one time. Money goes to charity. Kobe all over Shaq. As he shot that ball right there, Jordan turns around. Oh, Kobe got up and comes up with a block. Kobe Bryant now. Try to extend, could not hit. Here's Jordan with the change of pace. Rejected by Bryant. Jordan.
So you got Jeff Teague up here talking all this garbage. And what did you guys just see? He's blocking Kyrie Irving. Right? He's blocking Kyrie Irving. He blocked LeBron James twice. Back to back. Put him in his place. All right? Locked up Dwayne Wade. Wade wasn't going nowhere. Made him travel. Made that boy travel. They used to call him the Flash. The people that listen to this channel that were born yesterday, that don't know nothing about basketball, respectfully, I still appreciate you coming to listen, and I hope you show up more often. But you got to learn how this game works. They used to call Wade the Flash. Before all the LeBron James goblins started making fun of his knees, when his knees were really healthy, he was hard to stop. Talk about a monster out of the pick and roll. He was a monster. 37 points per game in the finals. Went nuts. Kobe locked that guy down, made him travel. Lastly, the great Michael Jordan. The one who deserves all the honor and all the respect. Blocked him twice. Once when he was just playing on the Wizards. In a regular season game. And I believe that was the second game. Mike came out and really put a hurting on the Lakers one game. And I think he told, and I don't even know if they won, but he said something to Kobe about like you could never wear the shoes. Because Kobe was in between contracts and he was wearing the Jordans. He said you can put the shoes on but you never fill them or something like that. That block was because Kobe said, oh yeah, word? Scored 55 points on Michael Jordan the next game, like 40-something in the first half. Pulverized him. It was older Mike, but still pulverized him. I said, yeah, I think I could fill the shoes. Then blocked him in the All-Star game. But Kobe Bryant doesn't play defense. The guy's playing defense in the freaking All-Star game, Jeffrey. Sure, that's your real name. Jeffrey Teague. Come on, man. You're better than this, Jeff. Why I don't even like doing all the name calling, but you make me so mad, man. It's so unnecessary. And you know what's even more unnecessary? I should have seen you from a mile away as a hater. You know how? Because you had another little interview that you did, and you decided to take a little shot at Kobe. But the dumb part was, I was like, why is he even taking this shot? It sounded like Kobe was giving you props, but you didn't even want to accept the props. You wanted to be a weirdo about it. Play the footage. Actually, excuse me, that's not the footage. We're going to play the audio.
What about Kobe's games that you didn't like watching?
It was like rough. Like, it wasn't smooth to me. When I watch Paul George, I'm not comparing him to Kobe at all. When I'm watching it smooth, it was like 1-2 to my pull up. KD, jab, pull smooth. Kobe's was like, jab, get there, pump fake. Get him off the ground, foul, shot, and one. It was effective. It was a dog. I just like watch. Like, he didn't look as graceful. That's all I was.
He wanted you to come to the Lakers. You didn't want to mess with the
pressure. Oh, he was like, yo, they called me. He was like, yo, the Lakers gonna trade for you. Blah blah. I don't want to go to LA. I looked at the taxes and all that. I'm like, no, don't want to go there. Taxes. Nah, I don't go there. I ain't have enough money for a crib. I want it out there. Yeah, I said, nah, that ain't it. Played on me. He had Jeremy Lin in the middle of the game. He like, you left me out here with this shit. And I looked at him. I was like, what? You left me out here with this shit? I told him to go get you. You was scared? I was just looking at him like, I ain't know he knew my name. I'm like, oh. I went to the bench. Tell him Rattlesnake Tate. I say, Joe, we call him Rattlesnake Tate. He was a fake mama. He worked right there. And I was like, Kobe to me. He was like, Kobe on me. I was like, nah, he just said this to me.
And so that's Jeff Teague basically talking to I forget the guy's name on Gil's Arena. He's cool peoples. I like him overall. He's a good mediator and host for Gil's podcast, Gil's Arena. But essentially, you hear Jeff Teague here. He starts off hating, talking about I don't like Kobe Bryant's game because it's not smooth. I'm not comparing him to Paul George. You did compare him to Paul George. And you know what's funny? Why do losers like losers, man? I always find that interesting. I find it very interesting. People that can't win anything or have to make excuses for not being successful in life, that can't take L's like real men, they like LeBron, a lot of them. That's something I've noticed. A lot of excuses. You know what I mean? Guys like Jeff Teague, who are cowards when it comes to playing real defense on people and run from the grind and are comfortable being second fiddle and making jokes all the time, I can see why you would like Paul George. I could see it. He talks a lot. And I don't think Paul George is a bad dude, but he's definitely not what I would consider super strong-minded. He definitely doesn't have a Kobe-level mentality. So you like his game because it's smooth. Yeah, his game lost him a lot of games. Kobe's game won him a lot of games. Kobe's game won him a lot of games. All that effort you saw, that's called Mamba mentality. Whatever it takes to get the job done. If I got to speed it up, if I got to slow it down, it's going to get done. So you know what, Jeff Teague? You keep watching Paul George, and you see how that works out for Paul George. And then you see how that works out for you. Now, yeah, you got a successful podcast. It's obviously more successful than mine. But we'll see how far you actually get overall. You're definitely going to catch some backlash for this because you sound ridiculous when it comes to talking about Kobe Bryant. And sadly, it makes a lot of sense because, like I said, guys that are soft, have loser mentalities, they tend to flock together. They tend to like to be around each other so that they can make excuses and kiss each other's butts and go along to get along, like Kwame Brown always says. Shout out to Kwame Brown. And another thing I'm going to say real quick about him, I noticed that when you bring him up in certain circles, people, once again, act like, cowardly. Oh, he's not this, he's not that, he shouldn't be talking, he's not that good. Listen, man, all he ever does is keep it real. You're closer to him than you are to a Kevin Durant, a LeBron James, or even probably a Paul George, right? You're closer to Kwame Brown and Jeff Teague than you are to other guys I just named. But why is it that when somebody says the truth about one of those upper echelon guys, y'all get upset and you act like their money is your money when it's not? You better listen to the gems that people like Kwame Brown are giving you. People that, yes, have millions of dollars not quite as many millions as some of those other guys, but are not afraid to keep it real and tell you what these guys really are like behind closed doors and what the real ones are actually saying about people like Kobe Bean Bryant. So yeah, I had to get in Jeff Teague's behind. Pause, no Diddy real quick. This is probably the most angry I've ever been about something that I've heard about Kobe, because it's unnecessary, it's unwarranted, and just unneeded. I don't know. Actually, I do know. I think Jeff Teague is low-key a LeBron goblin. You know, and what do I mean by that? Anybody where LeBron has you wrapped around his little finger and you do everything that he asks you to do. You bow to him, you worship him at an altar, and you don't care who else you have to destroy in the process, even a dead man in Kobe Bryant, who lost his life, right? Even him, got to burn him at the stake, at the altar. You got to bow down at the altar of LeBron James and offer up your sacrifice. Your sacrifice is be an idiot a few times, and then we'll put you in the club. Follow all these little guys around that seem to worship LeBron James, and at some point, you're going to hear them say something that makes them sound like an idiot, even if 99% of the stuff they said is right. But when it comes to LeBron James, all of a sudden it's time to be stupid. And that's facts. Quote me on that one. So with that said, we're going to end this video here. Jeff Teague, you're tripping, man, and it's a shame. I'm still going to watch the pod. I'm not a bitter old woman. You know what I mean? However, you're tripping, man. And somebody had to call you out on it. You're being dumb and acting stupid. And if we ever meet and you want to, you know, why are you talking about me, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I'll apologize for calling you names in real life, because that's not right. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. But you were a clown for this. And I needed you to understand that. So it is what it is. With that said, thank you very much for listening this long. I truly appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our glorious content. What do you think about Jeff Teague? Hit the comment section. Is he being a clown? Is it just me, or is there clown behavior amongst us? I see clown behavior. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Very humble. Much love. That somehow you never get over leaving me. And when you feel like